is my final project presentation. So for my website, there are 6 main pages, which are home, hometown, furry friends, hobby, experience, and contact. All the pages have the same header and navigation bar. When the page is active, the navigation bar link will stay pink and you cannot press it anymore. When you hover to the other pages links, and they will turn yellow. The navigation bar is created with view. The selected link is actually a span element, and it's conditionally rendered using view's if attribute. And there is also a digital clock showing the current time. This is done by JavaScript using the date object. You can get current hour, minute, and second. And here I also used ES6 new features like template literal, and error function. And I also use inner text to change the DOM. The set timeout function here is used to update the clock every second. And basically for all of my pages, I use Flexbox, and the hometown page also used Grid, and all the pages are liquid. So for the home page, it's a very clean look. We refresh it. The first thing you see is this welcome message. It starts with CSS with an animation effect. Now it's good morning, but when you visit the website in the afternoon or in the evening, it will show good afternoon or good evening. And this is also achieved by JavaScript using the data object. And and in the message, I highlight my name and set different styles for the first letter using pseudo element. So I use medium query for all the pages, and also I create a container, and all the contents are put in the container. So you see when you enlarge the screen, the contents are still in good shape. And when you shrink the screen, the header will change color. And when you shrink more, the header will change color again. And the clock will also change color, and the font size of the header, navigation bars, and welcome message will all become smaller. So let's go to the hometown page. So for this page, I use Grid to divide the screen into 3 columns, and left side is an in-page navigation bar. So when you press a link, you will directly go to that specific part. I also did a little bit CSS for the heading, and I embedded a Google map and add a YouTube video here on this page. And I also use block quote here. And another interesting thing is this back to top button. So when you scroll down, it will show up, and when you shrink the page, the headings and navigation bar will become small, and this button will become an arrow button when the screen is small enough. So let's go to the furry friend page. So for this page, I embedded a photo slideshow in the paragraph, and in the text there are several external links like British short hair, and here I embedded a video of my cat. Let's see below, and here is a fun game invitation. So you can choose play or not play. I added some CSS style so it can wiggle. So if you choose no thanks, then two photos and a sentence of my dog Amber will be added to the DOM. If you choose to play, let's refresh it. If you choose to play, then 4 photos will show up. Three of them are fetched from external API online, and 1 photo is Amber. You just need to click the photo to guess which one is Amber. So when it's the wrong one, an alert will be shown up, and the wrong photo will disappear. And we'll click the correct one. All the wrong photo will disappear, and there will be a sentence telling you that this is the correct one, and this is also achieved by JavaScript. So let's see the file guess the game. So we'll choose not to play the game, the show Amber function will be triggered, and we want to play the game, and the find dog function will be triggered. So first, a random number will be generated from 1 to 4, and this is used as the correct position for Amber photo. Then I use fetch to get 3 photos of dog from the external API and save the photo URL in an array here. Then Amber's photo will be inserted to the random position generated before, and the other 3 photos will be inserted into the remaining position. So the function if correct here is to check if the photo you clicked is Amber or not. If it's not Amber, then we'll show an alert and hide the wrong one. And if it is Amber, so all the remaining wrong photos will be hidden, and Amber's photo and description sentence will be shown on the screen. And next, let's go to the hobby page. So for this page, I used view to make a single page. So when you pressed each tab button here, you see its component will shown. And the text remain yellow. The text will remain yellow to remind you that you're now on this page. So when you press the button again, it will go back to the main hobby. I think it's pretty good for user experience. And for this page, I create several view components in different files. You can see it's view music, view state, view travel, view hobby intro, and I imported them into a main.js file, which is view hobby main.js. So I use the dynamic component using with the is attribute. So if the current tab is, for example, view music, then the view music component will be shown in the HTML. So now let's see the traveling part. So here's a photo gallery. I use the Polaroid style to style the photo, and when you hover on the photo, it will change to another one. This is also achieved by JavaScript. And now let's go to the photography. So for this part, like when you mouse over the photo, when you mouse over the photo, it will enlarge. And I designed this photo wall style. And in the music section, there are different kind of music and its introduction. So basically when you hover on the introduction, the color will change. And let's go to the experience page. So here, I used ordered list to list my previous publications, and at the end each of them has the link to the publications. And here is a styled table showing the classes I have learned so far. And at the bottom, if you click the button, those data will be fetched from my glitch site and processed into a table. This is also achieved by JavaScript. So it's academic background here. You can see I use a lot of arrow function and also use template literal like here, and this also changed the DOM. So in the funnel page contact, I use the field set for the checkbox and the radio button, and I also added a text area here. For the drop list, I write a JSON file containing all the states in America, and then I used Vue v4 to create this drop list, and all the areas are validated by JavaScript here. So basically they are either validated by checking the input length or use regular expression. If the form is not validated, then there will be a warning sentence showing up, and the border will also become red. And if you fix some of them, like here, you see warnings of those ones will disappear if all the form, if all the inputs and the form pass all the validations, like then a thank you message will show up and the form will disappear. So to sum up, you can see the website layout is liquid, the text is presented effectively, all the image on the website has alt, height, and width. I resized all the photos before using them, and the link in different page works well. I test them on Chrome, Firefox, and Safari, and each page has HTML semantic elements, for example, like header, nav, main, and footer. And I also use some other HTML elements such as bold, mark, block code, and the digit clock using JavaScript is embedded in every page, and except for the hometown page, all the other pages use JavaScript. So Vue is mainly used on hobby page. And the header and navigation bar also used Vue. DOM is also effectively updated in different pages, such as favorite friends, hobby, experience, and contact page. And for extra credits, I used Flex and Grid and Medium queries for the website. External API is used to fetch data. ES6 functionalities such as arrow function, destructuring, template literal, and sync and await are also used. Yeah, basically this is my presentation, and thank you.